Jailer Rock percent off collector, and we're here with another What's in the Box for 2024. Even though I know we're not supposed to be dating these, but sometimes I like to tell you that we're hitting the new year, and we're here with a brand new set of toys. Most of these I actually got from an estate sale. If you've seen any of my videos, you hear me talking about estate sales, and I gotta tell you, collectors out there, don't sleep on estate sales. I know sometimes you might see those videos where people are going crazy, and look, sometimes I've encountered that kind of, but there are others that it's really chill. And I mean, you do have to be there kind of early. I mean, that's the truth. If they say they open up at 9, at least be there at 9. I am not camping out at any estate sale for hours and on end. I mean, this is not my business. It's not my first business. It's not my second job. It's nothing like that. I just do this to collect toys, to help pay for toys, and also to collect for our toy donation drive. So these I've got between the estate sale and also through Facebook Marketplace, and I gotta say I'm pretty happy because I didn't have any Voltron figures before. Now these are not the classic ones, but they're still cool. So let's start with those. So let's look at this one here. So this little guy here is the 2017 DreamWorks Voltron figures. So these are basically non-combinable, at least that from what I've seen. I don't see anything where it's combinable. It's more like just figures, and you can do little things with it, like move it around. The articulation isn't a lot to it. I do see that some of them kind of have like a little gimmick thing, like you squeeze or push something, but I honestly haven't been able to figure them all out. Like this one, like you see, like you can move the wings, and then it's like, it almost like, looks like he's like treading water or something. But I don't really know what else, that if there was anything else you're supposed to do. Like you can kind of open the mouth and almost have kind of like a bobblehead. The legs, as you can see, are kind of like locked into place as far as like the additional articulation, but you can move it around. But overall, it seems like it's more like you place it and then you can just do these little actions and stuff like that for each one. So that's what the black one does. And then, did I figure out what this one did? I think this one does a swim too. Like this one's mouth really was just out there. Like he was, look at that. That's a hungry cat. Oh yeah, I think, was it squeeze the legs? Oh man. I don't know. I know one of these I was able to figure. Oh no, here it is. So you slide the back. And again, it's so weird. It's like most of these are like swimming action, but I guess it's supposed to be attacks. You know, like they're coming at you and it's like, roar. I mean, that's cool. But yeah, for me, it's more that I do like the design. You know, it's really good plastic. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels sturdy. And you know, as you can see in the beginning, it's not like they're impossible to stand up. But again, it's not like you're going to be able to do many poses. Like basically you can get it to stand, and then you can do the little gimmick motions, but that's about it as far as I see. Like for instance, this one, you see the back leg, you can move and do around, which is kind of weird because it makes me feel like the way you can turn the leg, like you could turn it into something else. But like you see, like this one, like you can go all the way up here, but then this one is still kind of locked. But see, like you see that I can lock that, but then this one, if I do that, the other one goes out, which again, it makes me think like it's more for this function. But as I said, this is just something that I grabbed, and then I wanted to do the video and show you. So if anyone out there has these and knows what else they do, and if they do other things, hey, please let me know. I mean, I'll probably, by the time you guys see this, have read it up and seen what it is, but I don't know right now. So let's see. So the green one, these are a little bit smaller. So this one seems like it's more just you can move it around on its own. I thought that it was something with this, but when I played around with it, because you see like underneath, it does look like you could press down on it, but I don't see that it does anything. And this one, the lower jaw doesn't move, but the upper one does move. But see, this one has that ratchet sound as you move it around. And then this one, you can like rotate the legs all the way back. But I still don't see any way that they combine, because I don't see any holes or anything like where you would combine it. So I really don't think they do that. But again, if somehow I'm wrong, let me know. But I do like that little, I guess, crest on the back. And the tail kind of moves a little bit. So they each have a little bit of different articulation, which is interesting. And then we have blue. And so you see like the difference, like this one doesn't have that ratcheting sound. Now this one clearly has a button. But I think it's like a lock, because you hear it and then, yeah, you hear that? So you push it down, then you push it out. I don't think it applies to, no, I don't think it applies to the leg. Now remember, these are used too. Oh no, it does. So it looks like it could be both. And then, okay. So yeah, so basically both, you kind of like, it's like a spring loaded and it does something. And then this one here, see, it's the lower jaw. So it's kind of interesting that they each have a little bit something different that you can do with it. But as I said, I think they look cool. I didn't watch a lot of the, it was on Netflix, right? Of the new Voltron, but the little bit I saw, I thought it was decent. And oops, and then finally we have red here, and red's another one that has that ratchet sound. And oh yeah, this one has a button up here. Wait, does it make the mouth open? Oh yeah, so it looks like this one's kind of like a make it roar. But I don't know, again, if it should do more. But the rest of it just seems to be that rotation that the other line had as well. So again, cool. I love the coloring on it. And for me, I mean, these are going to be like display pieces. I mean, like a lot of collectors. So I think, especially for that, I don't know like how much fun I would have just making the mouth open on this, if that is indeed all it does. But as just a pose piece, I think was great. And I got all 5 for $10, which was a really great deal. So it's awesome. You know, speaking of that, there's one thing I want to say about going after like things on Facebook and stuff. Every area varies, of course, right? But I can tell you that out here in Washington, you have a lot of people that don't show up. Basically, flake. You hear the word flake over and over again whenever I'm going and I'm buying items from people. And it's interesting because, you know, there's resellers here. I've seen some a couple of times. And, you know, I buy video games, some to collect. But, you know, if I get doubles, sure, I'll try and sell it and help pay for things too. But again, reselling isn't my like job or second job or anything like that. But it is interesting that sometimes I've gotten deals on toys and games just because I actually A, responded like a human, and then B, showed up. They say, a lot of people I talk to say that so many people, it's like they don't have that basic social skill to just be like, hi, how you doing? Or message and be like, you know, it's just, you know, on Facebook, anyone who's played around with Marketplace probably knows about the, is this item still available, and how sick people get of just spamming that and not using any conversations. Literally, I've gotten things ahead of other people simply because I said, hi, how are you doing? Or Happy New Year, or Happy Holidays, and then asked the question. And then they're like, hey, could you come out? And I'm like, yeah, and I actually come out and I get the item. So if anyone, you know, is curious about some of that, just remember you're still talking to another human being. And, you know, by being more personable and not just spamming each button, you may end up beating some of these people who are professional resellers, because some of those resellers out there are really rude. And I can understand to a point, because maybe they're just rushing through, but you're still dealing with human beings, right? So I say keep that in mind. So this was from the state sale again, and this was one of those items where I didn't know what it was just looking at it, and I think it had a sticker on it for like $5 or something, and I was like, But then I came back on their 75% off day, and just in case anyone's curious, it depends. So you have to read the description or ask questions. But a lot of times on the final day, usually a Sunday, sometimes it can even be a Saturday, they'll make everything 75% off or everything up to a certain price. And that's a good time if you're a collector who just wants to like try something out. It's really good because it's like this is the way I look at it. So something like this, I may keep it for a while, but then I might donate it. Or even if I do sell it, I'll sell it really cheap. You know, like I'll sell it for like $2 or $3. Or maybe I'll bundle it with a bunch of stuff in a bag and be like $5 so that someone else can get it. But then yeah, I get a few bucks that I can use so I can buy toys or something like that. So this one, I think I ended up paying only like $1 for it. And this is the 1997 Power Ranger Lost Galaxy Deluxe Megazord Yellow. So it looks like this does combine, looking at the different parts and the way things that you can move. Like you see, you can like move that and you have the hole here. And I think this one actually does sell for a decent amount. I don't, like I said, I'm not really planning to eBay this or anything. I mean, I guess if it was like, I think I saw like 20 or 30 bucks. I mean, I could see something like that. Maybe it could be worth, because with that would help me purchase toys and also toys to donate. But it all depends. But I just thought this was interesting. So yeah, so obviously this is kind of like that, what the Voltron I thought could have been, where it looks like this forms part of it, and I guess you would plug something in here and then plug something in here. But that's pretty sweet. I assume that maybe there's something else. I don't know what else was supposed to come with this, but you know, with all these things, I just assumed that there's accessories that were missing. And you see it's a little bit loose as far as like sitting in, but nothing terrible, especially considering it's from 1997. So I have to say that's pretty awesome. All right, so next up, this was actually in that same bundle with the Voltron figures. So it was all that, and then basically this guy, and then this guy in the back that we'll talk about in a minute, all for $10, which was great. And this is the Play School Transformers Rescue Bots Roar and Rescue Dinosaur Bumblebee. And again, I didn't realize that this was a thing. I never watched Rescue Bots, even though I am aware of them. These seem to be the simple Transformers, where like I noticed, like you see, you bend it down, and I think there's, and I say simple Transformer, and that does not mean that I'll be able to transform it, but I think that you can also turn the legs out here somewhere. I forgot how. I say simple. That doesn't mean simple for me. It means a 2-year-old can do it, but I can't. That's what I mean by simple, just to be clear. But I don't know. It feels like it would be one of these buttons, but I don't know. I'm not gonna push too hard, but I know that like you can tell, it looks like these legs like open up, and I think the head here is supposed to bend and then make the feet. Or maybe it's the top of the head. I don't know. But yeah, these are really simple for kids to transform, but it's really hard for me because I'm an old man and I lost all my skills. So I'm just going to put that out there right now. But I still think that it's cool looking. This would probably be something that I take pictures of, and then I can't donate it to Birthday Dreams because it's open, but I can take it over to like the local place and deliver it. Oh yeah, see like now it kind of wants to open up more, but not quite. I think there's another lever that I'm supposed to hit to open it, but I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But I do like the way it looks in the dinosaur mode, and the colors are cool. I mean, I swear they're turning Bumblebee into everything. Alright, so this one here, again, I didn't know about this. I actually saw a video about these guys. So this is the Transformers Pesticon Repugnus. And this is, I believe it was a 2020 Target exclusive, even though I think I saw it now on Walmart as well. So it comes with like some other little figures, but this is the guy, and I think this is also supposed to be like a simpler Transformer. So it's like, it's supposed to be something like that. where it transforms into like a little monster and something like that. So it's like, that's cool. And then this version here. So I appreciate the smaller. I remember was it the flip changers from back in the day, the G1s? I always thought that was cool. It's not like the G1s when they transformed. Most of them looked, you know, really great as robots anyway. So I think having that function where it was easier to transform was nice. And I also think just for people who actually want to play with these instead of just display them like I would, having that simple transformation is a nice addition to have. So I gotta say it's cool. I like the color scheme. Plastic feels good. It doesn't feel like something that'll fall apart, and it's pretty sweet. So these are a little separate. So let's just start with this. This was basically my friend printed this out using a 3D printer, and I just wanted to show this because I love the Defiant. So this is from Star Trek DS9. So this is the Defiant ship, and of course it's not painted or anything, but I just have to say I'm really impressed with how nice 3D printing has come along. And I've seen people that like paint and make things look really nice, and you see some crazy designs. I mean, just look at what that does. I mean, like, I'm sure that there's probably even better than this, but I just think that that's really sweet. I mean, look at all that's done by the machine. And so that's really awesome. So I wanted a chance just to show this to you guys. And also this was another issue where I was on that 75% off day, and I'm like, hey, let me pick up these little ships because they look cool. And again, I didn't know what this was because I never really watched Doctor Who. I mean, I saw, you know, a video here or best of there, but not enough where I know things. But this is from the Micro Universe, Doctor Who Micro Universe, Captain Jack. I think is it Chahula ship? Chula or Chula? Maybe it's just Chula, not Chalula, Chula, Chalupa. But I like the design. Like, it looks sweet. I like underneath here. I assume those are guns, and then these are missiles to go with it. And I believe these supposed to come with figures and maybe one other accessories, but of course, being used, I didn't get that. But I really like that. Like, even the blue inside there. But it's a really cool, just looking ship. So it's like people like collect ships and stuff. This is just a cool little ship to have. And I have a whole bunch of different little ships from back in the day, and some that came with the Babylon 5 action figure line. Those are a little bit smaller than this. And then there's this one here. So this is from that same line, but this is the Slitheen. Is that right? Slitheen cruiser. Doctor Who fans, let me know if I butchered it, and you know, I apologize in advance. This also came with a figure, and I think both of these come with stands. You see there? I think that's what these are, to hold up for stands. I like that this has that turning mechanism in the middle. But again, I think both of these I got for like, I literally think I got like 25 cents or something. So this will be something that, again, is used for pictures, and then I'll most likely just donate it so, you know, someone else who could appreciate it will get a chance to play it. So that's basically it. So all the things that I picked up in this last bundle, and literally I think all of this stuff was altogether like less than $15. So pretty cool haul. Again, don't sleep on estate sales, and treat people like human beings when you're on Facebook Marketplace. But if you like what we're doing here, please consider giving us a like, and if you subscribe, you'll see that we have videos coming out every week, at least 2 videos, most of the time 3. We also have our ongoing toy drive. In the description, you'll see our Amazon wishlist link. If you click on it and buy a toy, all of that goes to birthdaydreams.org that provides birthday gifts and toys to homeless kids. And of course, I'll do a thank you video for every donation that comes in. We just had a huge Christmas one that was successful, and it was awesome. But birthdays are every day, so our drive is every day. But thanks so much for geeking out and hanging out with me. But until next time, thanks for watching, and remember my motto: no discount, no deal. All right, let's form that Voltron.